Guess what time it is? It's time for Meet a Scientist Monday. That exciting time when we talk about real people that are doing real science around the world, not just old dead white guys from long, long ago. Today, our focus is a scientist named Christopher Ramsey, and he is a geochronologist. Okay, let's talk about that word. Geo refers to things from the Earth. Chrono or chronos refers to time related things, and then a just means he's a person who does that thing. So we're talking about things related to time that are in the earth. So what he's doing is he works as an archaeologist. It's another way to say that idea. He is working in the UK, so in United Kingdom, so England, at Oxford. So he works at the school. But because a lot of professors, as we've talked about before, a lot of times have research projects they work on, he is working on carbon dating as his area of research. So carbon dating, so using the difference between the isotopes of carbon, how much should be present compared to how much is still present, to figure out the ages of things found deep in the earth, things that have been buried. One of the cool things he worked on, which is maybe something that you've heard of, Egyptian mummies. So possibly when you guys went, if you've ever seen the mummy exhibit at the Science Museum, he might have been one of the people that helped figure out how old that super, super old stuff is. Another thing that he found was bread that was in the city of Pompeii after the volcano erupted. So if you haven't heard about that before, Pompeii was a city that an active volcano erupted and buried the city in just moments. So lots and lots of stuff from the city, including bread and dishes and people, were preserved by that volcano ash and lava that eventually hardened. And so one of the things, so anything that used to be living can be carbon dated, so we can use it to figure out how old something was. So kind of a cool connection to stuff we've been talking about in class related to the real world. So good job, Christopher Ramsey. So if that idea of like digging up artifacts and figuring out how old they are, if that interests you, geochronology as a field of study, you're probably going to get either an archaeology degree or anthropology or geology. So studying things in the earth, studying people, studying things also related, like old things that are found from the earth. Probably a 4-year degree, and you're probably going to get that bachelor's degree then when you are done. Depending on where you work, entry level is maybe around $35,000, which is pretty good for entry level when you're first starting out, and then up to maybe $90,000 if you get more schooling and more experience. So once again, like lots and lots of jobs, science related and not just science related, the more training, the more schooling, the more experience you have, the better your salary will be because you are rewarded for getting better at something. So just to kind of give you an idea of where that range would be. So we go back to Christopher Ramsey, geochronologist, learning lots of cool things about really old stuff. Thanks for listening.